Welcome to MJ Sailing. We're Matt and Jessica, a couple that left Michigan for the nomadic lifestyle 7 years ago. Recently, we refitted an aluminum boat to sail to the Arctic and explore some of the more remote areas of the planet. Thanks for joining the adventure. In part 1 of this episode, we left the Lofoten Islands behind as we made an overnight sail to the town of Bodø. But, starting at 68 degrees north in midsummer, we found that it never got dark on us for the entire journey. Look, it is another beautiful sunny day in Norway. Still in Bodø right now. I was a little worried when I got up this morning. It was kind of like cloudy and overcast. I thought it was just going to be like a nasty day, but turned out to be gorgeous. And we are just about to leave the boat to hop on a bus and go to, of course, the name of a place I can't pronounce, and see the world's strongest current. So we're going to get out and do a little touring. And as I look out in the harbor, it looks like lots of people had the same plan. There's some of those fast tour boats getting ready to take people out. Would have been kind of cool to be on one of those too, but guess I'll have to save that for another time. Almost there.
We are.
Getting excited.
They just announced it over the intercom. So.
Except we're getting there like right at the height. We missed the first bus, so we're gonna have to run ourselves over there really quick. All right, let's go.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine making the mistake of coming on this or sailing up to this at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Right now, we're not hitting this at the absolute right time of the month. Peak is the mid-20s speed through the current through here. Right now, we should sail at about 13 knots is what the peak is in 7 minutes. So let's go take a look.
From up here, we're not even on top of it yet, but for it moving at 12 knots, and this is half of what it can be at like the right cycle of the moon, it is crazy, crazy strong. Wish we could stay here all day and watch this.
What we're seeing here is the incoming tide. It's going into this fjord right behind us, and really it's 110 billion US gallons flowing into this little fjord all through this 500-foot strait behind me, and it's doing it every 6 hours. So in 6 hours, out 6 hours. You can imagine how much force is involved, and that's why we see these speeds coming through here. Today, we're not seeing it at its highest. Peak right now today is about 13 knots, so about 14 something miles per hour. Peak that they've recorded is in the mid-20s, so it's absolutely amazing. when you think about the fact that our boat, realistically, about top speed is about 7.5 knots. The fact that if we were coming up this direction against the tide, we'd be going backwards at around 7 knots. So around 7 miles an hour, 8 miles an hour, we'd actually be sliding backwards with all this immense power, all this force going through here. Just incredible to witness. Supposedly, this is the fastest, if not one of the fastest tidal currents in the world. And it's just really cool to see. There's just so much force, so much energy. Nature is just incredible.
Sitting on the side of the river, we once again found the tour boats bringing passengers directly through the Maelstrom. Approaching it with the incoming tide and adding their velocity to the currents, they had to be reaching a speed over ground of over 20 miles an hour. And just to give the tourists some extra fun, the boats would come back through the opposing current, fighting the rush of water trying to push them backward, and purposely getting stuck in the eddies and whirlpools just to show the magnificent power these waters are capable of.
As we're sitting in a spot down by the river, and as Matt said, we're past the peak right now, but I swear the whirlpools seem to be getting bigger, and we're just sitting at the edge, and it'll just like, you'll hear this like whoom, whoom, and then bam, like an explosion of water right next to us. Bang! Pow! Kablam! It's like a 1960s Batman episode.
You need to get like the words
The
flashing.
Yeah, but that's what it is, and this is a place I wish we had a rental car instead of having taken the bus, because we get to enjoy this for about an hour before it's time to head back. But oh my gosh, I don't know how many times I will say this while we're in Norway. I could just sit here and watch this forever.
It's funny, for two people that spend their life on the water, how amazing this still is. You know, you sit there and you see this. It's totally different than going on a beach and watching waves crash. I thought it was going to be fairly similar to that. It's just a total different feel because you see the speed that this water is moving.
This is.
It's very apparent how fast and how strong this actually is.
And the original sense of the word awesome, that is what this is. It's just awe-inspiring. It's breathtaking. It's so powerful.
And the sound, I'm sure aren't really getting a great stereo sound that we are, is just incredible. Amazing.
I know, I wish I could sit here until it ran calm. I'd watch the whole show.
Yeah.
We missed our bus by 9 minutes, which is a bummer. But the good thing is, now we have a little bit more time to spend at the river. Matt's behind me right now checking out other bus schedules, fares, times, things like that. But now we have walked across to the other side of the river, and lots of people out fishing here. Get to see it from a different perspective, and it is starting to calm down, so maybe we will get to watch it die out before we go.
Down by the sea, at the edge of the water,
While we are in the big city and at a full service marina, before we can leave here, there's just a few more tasks we have to check off, and one of them is doing laundry. All of the important things that we've been getting lots of use out of, wool socks, long underwear, you know, all the sexy items. So, last night here, gonna get those things taken care of, and then tomorrow we'll be off again. And we think there's some kind of concert over there. Where'd it go? Yeah, you can see lights flashing, and we could hear music earlier when we were having dinner, so who knows what's happening over there. We must be at a low tide right now, because the ramp that Matt is walking up, when we're at high tide, it's nearly level. And right now it is quite thick.
They don't have external vents for the dryers, so it all pumps right directly into that room.
It's a little hot in there.
Gosh, is that hot.
46 minutes and we can visit again.
Record my PIN number. It's funny because it's not. Oh. Ha!
Yeah. Yeah. And then you left the card. Speaking of, I think I'm about to combust in here. Let's get outside.
Very nice facilities, huh? Probably like 2.5 hours.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Good thing it's only 9 o'clock at night.
10:30.
10:30. Oh no.
Don't act like you go to bed early. You know you're gonna be up till 3 anyway.
Got a big day tomorrow.
I need to.
Puffin Island.
Well, I guess that answers the question on what's going on back there. It's a concert. No idea who it is, but lots of people out to see it. Going for a little stroll. It's actually close to midnight while we wait for the laundry to finish drying.
It will
And
never dry.
it won't. And it's a Friday night, so we thought there might be stuff going on, but other than a few people sitting in a wine bar behind us, kind of empty.
Pretty quiet, yeah. Kind
So-
of surprised with the big city.
Yeah, big Buddha life. So who knows, maybe we'll walk a few more blocks, but we've enjoyed our time here, our full 2 days.
Oh, so this is a really nice spot. You can definitely see wintering over here. So if Norway wants to have us and
Yep.
offer us visas, we're willing to
Yep.
stay.
We will come see the Northern Lights.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we start our departure for Puffin Island, but for now we'll get ready to say goodbye to Bodo.
Success. What time do you think it is?
12:30.
Is it 12:30?
It's
That's
about
not too bad.
No,
Okay.
not too bad. Just in time to go to bed.
Won't you bend